I'm Chris Maurer, CNBC Business Radio. Stocks are lower. The Dow's down 31 points. The Nasdaq lower by 12. Shares of AOL hitting a 15-month high today on news it's being bought by Verizon. The $4.4 billion deal will give Verizon access to AOL's successful digital advertising service as well as its content, including the Huffington Post and MapQuest. Gap is down sharply, the company reporting a 4% sales decline in the first quarter. The parent of Gap, Old Navy, and Banana Republic blaming foreign exchange rates. A new government report shows Americans are becoming more likely to quit their jobs. That's a sign that a stronger labor market and falling unemployment rate could mean healthier wage growth and inflation. And even though pump prices have been rising, the Energy Department says we'll most likely be paying far less for gas this summer than we have in at least 6 years. Chris Maurer, CNBC.
Overturned truck, freeway construction, rubberneckers slowing everything down. I travel for work. News like that used to ruin my whole day until I discovered Citrix GoToMeeting. With GoToMeeting, you can meet from anywhere using your computer, tablet, or smartphone. No expensive travel required. And with HD video, simply turn on your webcam and it's like being in the same room, which means you can stay productive no matter how bad the traffic gets.
Visit GoToMeeting.com and start our free 30-day trial.
Have you had trouble with online dating? This is eHarmony founder Dr. Neil Clark Warren. We've created a new solution, EH+. EH+ combines the personal attention of a matchmaker with eHarmony's extensive pool of great singles. EH+ gives you hand-selected matches and freedom from being online. Get started today. Call 855-930-LOVE. That's 855-930-LOVE.
It's the show that's saving the world, one naughty joke at a time. Langdon Nation, every Friday night at 7 p.m., right here on Kcaa 1050 AM.
Good afternoon, 202. I'm Di Rice, looking at your weather. Variable clouds out there, and that's continuing all week long until Friday, and we'll possibly have some showers on Friday. Overnight lows dropping to 57. Today's high 76. Currently we are at 76. Looking at your drive, you've got some stop and go traffic on the 91 eastbound between Auto Center Drive and 6th Street. Also, the eastbound side is slow from the 71 to the 15. And then again between Adams and Madison. In Riverside on the 215, the northbound side, you have got a disabled vehicle blocking the right lane, and that is 215 northbound just before Columbia Avenue. And so expect a little bit of slowness in that area. That is the latest with weather and traffic on the station that leaves no listener behind. KCAA, remember you can listen to us by phone. All you have to do is dial 832-999-1050. No app needed. Stay tuned for the Poorman Show coming up next.
He doesn't mess around. And he doesn't take sides. And he looks good doing it. It's the all-new Jason Stapleton program at jasonstapleton.com every weekday at 5 p.m. right here on KCAA 1050 AM. KCAA proudly presents The Poorman Show.
You were in rehab. I heard that you were in rehab.
Is this like an old radio rating trick or something?
If it is, it's not working.
It's time for
Radio Hidden Back.
Is there anybody in the Inland Empire who can call our show that's actually in the Inland Empire, where we broadcast to? Okay, we got somebody else. Hold on here. Let's get somebody else on here. Hello?
I think you need to get a little angry or frustrated like you did before.
We've been off since about 1.
Why didn't you tell me this?
Because I didn't want you getting upset. I wanted you to continue with your lovely show.
What? It smells like an outhouse in here.
Yeah, I imagine so.
And if I can't run
this is our radio station,
the right
and
way,
you will run it like a professional.
I can't hear anything in the room, by the way, because I can't hear you guys. I honestly can't. Do you have regular bowel movements?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now what's going to happen.
You really never know what's gonna happen. Here's the Poor Man.
And good afternoon, everybody. We are doing something pretty experimental today. If you're watching on the Ustream, you will be able to see me shirtless on my deck here in Newport Beach, a place I just moved into about 3 or 4 months ago. I've only been here a month because I've been in New York quite a bit of the time. 3 houses from the sand in Newport on 42nd Street. Got my little computer set up, getting a tan, and basically we're going to do the show outside, so hopefully it's going to work out. And hopefully it'll be a great show. Also, if you need to reach me at any time, look, you can actually see a truck going by right now. You guys see that? This is as live as you can get. Nobody has any idea who lives around here that I actually do this radio show. So we'll just see. I mean, I'm sure my voice is loud and carrying through 42nd Street all the way up and down the block. And people are going to go by. Maybe we'll get some people to join in on the program. So if you need to reach me at all, best way to do it, text me on my cell phone. I only have one phone, so don't have anything specially set up. My number is 949-870-6155, 949-870-6155. You can text me at any time. Also, I've got a Twitter account also that I always check out, so you can tweet me if you're into Twitter, and that's at Poorman and the number 1. So what I'm finding in doing this show is it's really cool to get comments from you guys, suggestions on things to talk about. I mean, it just makes the show more immediate, more live, and maybe I'm more topical. And so I don't know, we're just experimenting around this week. Yesterday, I didn't prepare a whole lot except for the fact that I came up with different topics I thought were important. So I'm doing the same thing today, and we'll see how it goes. Beginning with there are actually multiple Facebook sites which talk about my radio show. And for a while I thought, well, maybe there should be one official site. But then I thought, anybody who wants to talk about this show, we should encourage it, whether there's one site or 20 different sites. So I thought I would check out what's going on the different Facebook pages that talk about this program. And Di, you have participated in several of those sites to the point where you've actually left them at times because you've gotten so upset.
Yeah, I get tired of negativity.
Which one have you checked out? We got the Poor Club. I think that's Brett's site that's been renamed several times. So if you go to Facebook, it's called the Poor Club, Poorman's Kcaa 1050 AM show. That's one of them.
Right.
You've been on that one, right?
That's the one I left, and I came back to it because I got over everything. So
there's a lot of gossip that people just keep going back to, right? Pretty much.
Yeah. I'm looking at what Todd's writing on the. Then there's the No Censorship Group page.
Right, the No Censorship Group page. That's the newest one, and that one.
It basically means Todd won't kick you out no matter what you say.
Okay, so that one's called. What?
Poorman Kcaa show, No Censorship Group.
Right. Okay.
Because
and
Brett will pick you.
That's Todd's page.
Right.
Now we've got the page that I set up that Casey and Rocky run every day. That's called just Poorman on Facebook.
Okay.
And that one is probably the least controversial. I think it's also the one that people visit the least, even though it has more people that are liking the page, because I pretty much have sent everybody I know over there. But I think that one is the kindest of the 3. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, and it lets you know what is actually going to happen on the show. So that, it definitely has its utility.
Right, all of them do.
Right. If you like drama, go to Poor Club.
Right.
If you like to say whatever you want without being kicked out, go to Todd's site, which is the No Censorship Group. And then if you want to know what's going on the show, go to Casey's group, which is, again, what is that, Poorman's?
It's just Poorman. But if you get too controversial, Casey may actually not want you to say things, even though I'm controversial as pretty much the most controversial guy on the radio anyway. We just got a text. Again, you want to text me, I'll read them here. 949-870-6155. Fan number 27 says, they are all good pages.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, so I'm going to tell you what's going on each page right now, okay? So on the Poor Club, that's Brett's site, Vince Daniels who got kicked off KCAA because he pissed off the owner, Fred Lundgren, by insulting him. Not smart, Vince. Vince says this. Okay, you can add in your 2 cents worth. This was posted 22 hours ago. That's the most recent thing I can find there. It says, considering that other broadcasters are playing reruns in place of their live shows on May 20th, out of respect for David Letterman's retirement. You know David Letterman only has 8 shows left, right?
Is that right? Okay, 8.
Yes. So Vince Daniels is saying, I am calling for Jim Poorman Trenton, me, to stand down that day and for KCAA to air an encore broadcast. After all, if it wasn't for Dave and the kind of groundbreaking comedy and piercing that fourth wall, let's face it, there would be no Poorman. I'm just going to say this. For Fred not to take this advice to heart and for Jim to come on live that day would be self-serving.
Okay, but see...
Give the king of comedy his due and his day to step off his throne.
The difference is...
Go ahead. You added yours first, and then I've got my thought on that.
Okay. The difference is Jimmy would be in direct competition because the time slots are the same, if I'm not mistaken. And that is why he's not doing his show that day.
So Jimmy Fallon is not doing... I mean, Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon?
I think it's Kimmel. Isn't it Kimmel that we're talking about?
Is Fallon going to do his, or is he going to do a rerun also?
I haven't asked him.
Okay. Now, in my case, Vince... That's beautiful, but why? Okay, no, I have never patterned myself after David Letterman. I used to like Letterman when he did his late night show when Johnny Carson was still on. I thought that was cutting edge when he took the whole audience 2 floors below and bought them all dinner at the cafeteria live on TV. That was killer.
Wow. That's cool.
And he was great. Remember back when he first started with late night?
You know what? He actually had to grow on me. I like him now. But when he first came out, I was like, gosh, he doesn't even compare to Carson. And so his style, I think, for some people is a little bit different. It's just a little off the wall, and it does have to grow on you, at least for me. That's how I see it.
See, I was different. I saw him actually perform comedy live at the Ice House in Pasadena, and I thought he was brilliant. And at that time, he was doing a daytime talk show that bombed. And so he then went to late night, and I liked him immediately. But I feel... he lost it, and he's never been the same ever since he hosted the Academy Awards. Do you remember when he had one year where he hosted the Academy Awards and he bombed? Everybody said he was horrible. Oh. And I felt that was after he went to CBS. He was on fire. He just went there. I don't think he's ever been the same, and that's been about 12 years ago. So I lost interest because I thought he lost his edge. That was my opinion. Mm-hmm. But now that he only has 8 shows left, I'm going to probably watch them because... as always, when somebody either leaves or is about to get fired, that's the only time most people are really interested. At least that's the time I'm interested the most.
Yeah.
And last night, I actually saw a clip on YouTube. It was brilliant. He had Howard Stern on, who I'm not a fan of Howard Stern. I didn't think he was brilliant. But the guy that was amazing, they had to bring him out with a walker. He was already seated. He must be 90 years old. And brilliant as ever, Don Rickles. Do you remember him?
Definitely, yes.
Oh, he was just burning Dave so many times, burning Howard Stern. That guy, even at 90, I loved it. I thought it was great. But in answer to your question, Vince, has Letterman ever given me a dime? Has he ever put me on his show? Have I patterned my show after his? No. No, no, and no. Why should I not do this show other than the fact we may want a day off? That's it. But
yeah, that's what I was thinking. We could save that as an excuse if we decide we want that day off.
Right. Out of deference to Vince Daniels, a guy who's been fired from KCAA. Hey, Fred, Vince Daniels suggested we take the day off. You think that would go over good? Fred hates that guy. What do you think?
Yeah, if we decide we need it, that's our alibi. We gotta show some respect for Letterman.
But do you agree with me? I mean, it's ridiculous. All right.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right, let's move on to the next page. This is the uncensored page of Todd's. And Jimmy Bond said, I posted this recipe a month ago. Any comments on progress to harness the power of the poor man legacy? And he lists the poor man recipe for success. Raise some capital. Okay. That'll be easy. Hire a marketing firm. Oh, yeah, Di will pay for that. Identify your demographic with a survey. 5,000 friends should have some input. Sure. I mean, you know, that survey really works well when we give out the phone number for calls, doesn't it, Di?
Yeah, but let's do that anyway. 909-1909-888-1050.
No? It's 888-909-1050. That's the phone number.
888-909-1050. Okay.
888-909-1050. But, oh, I'm sorry. I got these confused. Todd just texted me and said Vinny was in his uncensored group. The other guy was with the surveys in Brett's. Sorry. I mixed them up. Okay, so this is Jimmy Bond's other suggestions. Identify your demographic with a survey. If we had that big of a demographic, I would do it, all right? Stream 24/7. How do we stream 24/7 with this show?
I have no idea.
Would I like have my video cam on and Skype or something like that? I mean,
that'd be a true reality show, even more real than what already goes on the airwaves.
Yeah, look, you can see who's parked right now. Can you see over there?
Let's see.
See right there?
Somebody?
See the girl just get out of her car and walk away?
I'm having a problem seeing from a distance.
Okay,
You
never
didn't pull
mind.
her over. Okay.
I'm going to actually talk for a second. I'm going to take this cam and I'm going to put it out on the street so you can see what's going by on the beach. There you go. All right.
Okay.
Now she's looking over now that she sees there's a cam in her face. Hi. You want to be on the radio? Oh.
What'd she say?
Do you want to go on the radio? No?
Oh, come on.
Come on, it'll be fun. Yeah, great fun. Let's see, what else did he say? Get sponsors that match your demographic. That's the last suggestion. This is on Brett's site. What's our demographic? I would say males 35 to 65. Was that about right? Mostly men. Hello?
I'm having to take a phone call right now.
All right, take the phone call. Okay, men 35 to 65. That would be our demo, I think. Let's see. Replay and loop the day's show. Now, that's not a bad idea. Or maybe I did this once on some online thing where I actually had a webcam on while I was sleeping at night. And that actually got people interested. People wanted to see what it was like when I went to bed, but it was really kind of awful after a while. All right, now, on my site, Rocky actually posted something pretty interesting. Let's see if I can find this. If you go to Poorman on Facebook, it's a picture of a girl with just a ginormous tongue. Every man would like to have a woman work you with this tongue. Or if she's a lesbian, a woman would love the sushi bar visit. Okay, this woman has a tongue that for days. It makes Gene Simmons of Kiss's tongue look small. Yeah. And so you might want to go to the Poor Man page to see that. That's pretty funny. And I think Rocky's actually trying to send me something right now. Let's see if I can find if he's sending me something.
So while you're looking, what were you saying our demo was? 35
to 65 males, I think. What do you think?
That sounds about right.
Huh?
Yeah, there's not a lot of women who, No.
The only women are Linda from Javita Coffee and that winner yesterday for the giveaway for Wave Tools.
Well, our friend Peggy listens too. She listens, but she doesn't usually listen.
Who was
when we're
that on the
actually
phone?
Oh, it was an office call. That was an office call. So I'm the only one here, so I got to take the office phone.
So we'll do that 5,000 person survey call with all the calls we get from the IE. Let me give out the number again. We got an office call. If somebody wants to actually call on the phone old school, it doesn't matter who you are. That's 888-909-1050, 888-909-1050. Brett from Sacramento says stream 24/7. Oh, he's the one that says replay and loop the day's show. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, we got the groups correct now. So Vinny said go off the air the day Letterman does his last show. That's on Todd's Uncensored group. Brett's Poor Club had Jimmy Bond suggesting how to get the show growing. And the one that just is Poor Man, that's the one that Casey and Rocky do for me. That's got the woman with the world's largest tongue. So check them all out. When we come back, I'm going to tell you we've got somebody super famous, an A-list actress that's going to be on the show on Thursday. And actually, there's a lot of controversy that surrounds her right now. And we'll talk about that as the Pork Show continues. Outdoors on my front porch in Newport Beach, 3 houses from the beach on 42nd Street. And if anybody actually comes by here, I will give you a prize. If you actually, 3 houses from the beach, if you come by and actually come on the show, I'll figure out some sort of prize for you. And I'll give a prize for the first person that calls the show today, right? 888-909-1050.
Injured at your job? Abused by your boss? Fired? My radio show sponsor, workers' comp attorney Scott Schwartz, will help at no cost. Go to his website, SoCalWorkComp.com, or give him a call, 818-350-2658. He doesn't charge you anything unless he makes a recovery.
Hey everybody, Pat Matthews here. When I'm not doing the production of the new Poorman Show here on Kcaa 1050 AM, I'm programming my internet radio station, Beatles-orama. It's been my pleasure to keep the spirit of the Beatles alive for the past 13 plus years, hosting my morning show Monday through Friday and running the greatest tribute station on the web. So, if you've never heard us, go to Beatlesorama.com and click on the Player Start button. And if you're already a listener, all of us here at Beatles-orama, thank you. Enjoy and sell the world's most perfect coffee. Javita invites you to sit down and enjoy a cup of their coffee with your family, friends, coworkers, and business contacts, and then share the Javita opportunity. Help spread the word about coffee that boosts your metabolism to speed up the body's fat-burning processes while helping you to maintain better focus. It's delicious and could earn you a steady income at the same time. Javita offers you a chance to make social marketing work for you. You'll be paid to drink and share coffee. How great is that? Call 626-975-0944. That's 626-975-0944. Or go to javita.com/coffee, the number 4, life 315. Javita Coffee. The music of Casey Fallon. His second album, Atmospheric Disturbances. The powerful melodic energy that is Casey Fallon. On the college radio charts for months, Atmospheric Disturbances. Discover Casey Fallon. Buy the CD at Target stores and online at Amazon.com. Downloads available in the iTunes Store. Get more info at CaseyFallon.com. Bumpers on The Poor Man Show are provided by Casey Fallon Music. Go to CaseyFallon.com.
Hey, we have a new sponsor that's going to be coming on actually today, and I believe her spot is going to be in the 3rd spot break. The next one coming up, or actually, we've just had one so far, sorry. It's Linda Gross, who has written a book, I believe it's called Mastering Women, and she teaches guys that the only way you're going to get women is if you are strong. Like, women just totally do not want to be around a guy who lacks confidence. I mean,
true story.
Easier said than done, but she apparently teaches courses on that as well. So we'll be talking to her on Thursday, but she's a new sponsor, and you'll hear her commercial here. Thanks for joining us, Linda. I really appreciate that. Also, I mentioned before the break, we have an A-list actress who's going to be a guest on the show. It's going to be a real person. You know, I would never want to say I faked a guest ever, but...
But other people would like to say that.
Of course they would. And you think I'll ever admit to it? Yeah. But Thursday, this is the real deal. We are going, thanks to Mark Westwood, the program director of this station, we are going to have Susan Sarandon as my guest on the show on Thursday. And that should be really, really exciting. She's obviously Academy Award-winning actress, won Best Actress Award for Dead Man Walking. And what's interesting about her coming on now, she's actually going to be promoting a senior citizens home or keeping senior citizens in homes.
She's actually, I think, going to be here in San Bernardino on Thursday. So
I don't think she's coming in the studio, though. I think she's calling the show.
Yeah, but she will be in the city of San Bernardino Thursday.
Really? I wonder if it's for that cause with the senior citizens.
Yes,
Probably it is.
It is. I can probably send you the information a little bit later. I think I have it in the
I got
email.
the information, so that's
Okay,
good. I just
cool.
didn't read it yet. So she'll be coming on the show.
That kind of
Maybe we
helps.
could take some calls. We'll see how her schedule is, how it goes. I've seen, obviously, Rocky Horror Picture Show. That was the first thing I saw with her as Jane. I saw Dead Man Walking. Great movie. I'm trying to think. Oh, Thelma and Louise. Who can forget that? Brad Pitt's breakout role. I mean, she's done so many movies. Great actress. Anyway, so she'll be on Thursday. Now, the controversial thing that is happening, I don't know if you're aware of this, and thanks to, I think it was Pat Matthews who told me this, Mr. Announcer, who's having more blood drawn from him today and more x-rays. Poor Pat Matthews. That guy is like a walking infirmary, Di. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. He is, but anyway, he told me that this guy, Zarayev, or what's the guy's name who did the Boston Marathon bombings that injured people and killed them? I mean, just a horrible, horrible thing. Zarayev, is that how it's pronounced, his last name?
I don't know.
You're the news director. Come on.
I know, but I do local news. I don't do national news.
Don't make excuses.
I'm sorry. That's my bag.
Come on. What's the woman on ABC? The blonde.
See, and there you go asking me about somebody else
You
again.
don't know who the
the blonde on ABC.
On ABC, the anchor, Diane Sawyer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I was saying, come on, Diane Sawyer. She's not doing it anymore, though. But so anyway, here's the deal. Apparently, the woman that Susan Sarandon played in Dead Man Walking, which had Sean Penn as a death row inmate, she played a nun. The real life nun is talking to Zarayev to find out if there's anything redeeming about this guy who did the bombing. He's 19, 20 years old. And they're trying to find out if he should get the death penalty or if he should get life in prison. The argument against him not getting life in prison is they said he can take calls, he can have guests, and it's after the devastation of people losing legs and arms. And I mean, I've seen so many of these documentaries about the Boston Strong and the rehab, and there was just one called Rebecca Strong, this mom with her 4-year-old son. They were at the finish line watching the Boston Marathon. Beautiful woman, and her leg was really mutilated, and they finally she decided to have it amputated, and so she ran, I guess, the last mile of the marathon just to see if she could make it to the finish line, and apparently it was grinding against what remained of her leg, but she made it. But what do you think should happen to that guy?
I really hate to play.
Huh?
Probably when people are in prison, I mean, people who commit these horrific murders, massacres, whatever, I mean, it's a waste of taxpayer dollars.
So you'd put him to death?
I probably would. I don't like saying that. I think that's a really hard thing. If you were the person who had to actually be in there and put that person to death, that would kind of is not a job I could do. You know what I mean? But yeah.
But you would do away with him.
I think so. What would you do?
Okay. I don't believe in the death penalty, except in this case, after those bombs were set off. Yeah, I'd say snuff him.
Yeah, it's
what would
hard.
Todd from Vegas say? Todd.
Well, I would definitely say put him to death. There's people who say that life in prison is worse than death and that you should give it to them because death is too easy. That's not true, because people who are facing the possibility of the death penalty often will plea to life in prison. They'll actually not even take a chance at the trial and say, if you give me life in prison and promise I won't be put to death, then I'll plead guilty. So that shows you how most criminals who are up for the death penalty are actually very fearful of it. There's a few who want the death penalty, and these are typically ones who feel guilty about what they did and actually feel they need to be punished that way. But there's very few ever that say, I'd prefer to be put to death than life in prison. It's easy to say that when you're actually not facing the possibility of either of them. But if you're actually facing that yourself, it's a different story. But, what he did was so awful, and it wasn't like, they knew what they were doing, and they knew what the results would be of what they did there at the marathon. And,
yeah, I mean, I most of the time would say, Oh, here's somebody, I guess Caesar in San Diego said death would be too easy. But the thing is, if they get life in prison, they can have visitors, they can make phone calls. I mean, they can, even though they're in a jail cell, they can do things.
Yeah, you can make a life for yourself, and that's why you'll see very few people who are up for the death penalty ever saying, yes, I want this. You actually see most of them saying, I'll plead guilty and let you give me life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Right.
Just please take death off the table. So
yeah, but
that shows you how...
Right, and that nun who played, Susan Sarandon played in Dead Man Walking, apparently is there to assess whether he's remorseful about killing all the people or killing 4 people and mutilating
that shouldn't matter. It's done already. You could be remorseful or not remorseful. He did it and had no problem doing it. So
yeah, okay. And so what was it you were calling in about? Was it? I'm sorry I missed up the pages, but I believe in promoting all the pages, and also I believe in your brutal honesty. You know, whether it insults me and insults Trevor and insults Di, insults whoever. Or, I think people should be able to express themselves, and sometimes it hurts. I mean, nobody wants to be insulted. The Mad Texter, by the way, wants to do a feature on you. He texted me like 10 times about doing a Todd feature.
Yeah.
Well, he can. I mean, that's fine.
Todd is never without...
Do you want to hear what he said?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, you make your point first, and I'll look for the text. What were you going to say?
Oh, I was just going to say, yeah, Todd's great because he's never without words. He's always got a strong opinion. And you're always right, right?
Well, most of the time. I can't say always. But,
I hear you get twisted sometimes too, Todd. Like sometimes somebody will get something you'll get upset about as well. I hear that.
No, you know what I've said before though. As far as these groups are concerned, if people want to go on there and insult me, that's fine. I will never delete messages that are critical of me or insulting me. I may respond to them, but I will not delete them. And actually, the reason I started this group was I was thrown out of your group, the one that's called Poorman, and then Brett was deleting messages all over the place when people were going back and forth with me. I finally said, I've had enough of this. I'm just going to start one where everybody is pretty much on equal footing and just can say what they want. And
not get kicked out.
And initially, Todd, someone had suggested that you do that, right? And I don't think initially he wanted to do it.
Yeah, I said there's no point. I thought there was too many groups as it is. But then I said, well, look, if there's not a place you can just come forward and say what you mean and mean what you say and just be honest about what you're thinking and have to worry about censorship or who it's getting angry or it may get someone at the station angry and they may leave the group, I said, forget it. Just let everyone say what they want. And I think everyone will be best off for it.
And if you want to leave...
What's the name of your group, just in case they don't... This is on Facebook. What's it called?
This is called Poorman Kcaa Show No Censorship Group. So if you just type in Poorman Kcaa Show No Censorship, you'll find it. And
right. The other one's the Poor Club, which is Brett's, and the other one that's mine, which I don't do the deleting, by the way. I let Casey and Rocky run it, so I didn't delete you. But
I know, and that's the ridiculous thing is no one would even take credit for who did it. Like from the Poorman page, I was removed. And
I think it was Casey.
And then I accused Casey, and he got so mad saying he's going to sue me, and he didn't do it. I'm like, look,
really?
This is your group. Yes, he says this is...
Brett threatened to sue me.
I know, I asked him.
Somebody on his page put his head on a cockroach.
Yeah, so I asked him, did you get this trick from Brett? I was like, look, that doesn't work on me. But honestly, this is your group, and if it's not, you got to say so, and you got to identify who's running it then. So he says, well, there's other moderators, but they don't want to say who they are. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Why are they hiding in the shadows? Just be yourself.
But see, that leads into something that Di and I were talking about this sensitivity thing going on in the country. And we actually were talking about doing that on the show today. In fact, why don't we take a break right now, and Di, let's come back and we'll talk about what you said about homeless people that twisted some women way out of shape. We're continuing here with the Poor Man Show, talking about all kinds of things. You can text me, 949-870-6155. If you're in the Inland Empire, the first caller from the Inland Empire will give you a prize today, all right? Just call in. You don't even need to talk about anything else at 888-909-1050.
When I say Wave Tools, you think surfboards, right? But not just any surfboards. We're talking boards that just work better. Since Lance Collins polished off his first surfboard in 1969, Wave Tools has been cranking out the best boards money can buy for all of SoCal and beyond. Come check out what a real surf shop is all about. Real surfers hanging out any time of day at Wave Tools Surfboards. Customize that new board with a look that screams you. Wave Tools Surfboard in Costa Mesa. Go to wavetoolssurf.com or call 949-631-0887. The crew is ready to assist you. 949-631-0887. Negative items in your credit reports can keep you from financing a new home or a new car. They can even jeopardize you from getting that dream job you always wanted. At Easy Choice Financial, we don't think that's fair. And we're credit repair experts who specialize in permanently removing negative items off your reports so you can live the life you deserve. We're so good, we guarantee an improvement in your credit score in 6 months, or you'll get a full refund. It's that easy. Call us today at 888-655-6768 or learn more at easychoicefinancial.com. Call 888-655-6768 for your free consultation. Easy Choice Financial is licensed and bonded and has been doing credit repair for over 18 years. All legal cases are different. Hiring the right lawyer can make all the difference in the outcome of your case. Whether it's a DUI, divorce, or family law, the law firm of Hanson, Gorey, and Bradford and Hanage has the solution. From misdemeanor to felony offenses, Hanson, Gorey, and Bradford and Hanage have more than 50 years of collective legal experience to win for you. Call right now to schedule a free no-obligation case consultation today. 951-687-6003, 951-687-6003, or see for yourself at hgblawyers.com. Do it now.
Hey man, my new favorite band Stavros has a new CD out called Ordinary World featuring the single 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where can she be? And get tripping with its wickedly great song Mailbox. Man, that's Stavros with their new CD, Ordinary World, at iTunes and Amazon. Get it, man.
The bumper music you're listening to is brought to you by Stavros. Go to their website, rosielynn.com. That's ROSIELYNN.com.
You know, I'm feeling Stavros. I'm liking this music. It's very cool. That's our new sponsor.
My gosh, I do
we have
too.
3 different bands that have sponsored our show. Casey Fallen, Stavros, the 4019s. I like it. If any bands want to sponsor the show, honestly, it's not that expensive to do it. We play your music as bumpers. We give you some ads. And it's just great. I love the independent music scene. And that's for another occasion. So, we're going to talk how sensitive people are. So the Mad Texter sent me about 8 texts last night at, let's see, from 12 at night all the way up till, what time? Till 2 in the morning.
Wow.
And we have no idea. Who do you think the Mad Texter is, Todd?
Oh, hold on.
I have no idea. It was suspected of being me for a while, but as you can see, it's not, with the person trying to criticize me all the time. But I have no idea who it could be. It could be a lot of people. You know, there's a lot of people
I thought it was Big Dave, a guy I used to work with on KROQ, but I talked to him last Saturday. He was drunk and called me up. We hadn't talked in a while, and he said that wasn't him. So I have no idea. But here's his. He says, I have a new segment for you. It's called How Dumb is Todd Whittless? Or is it Whittles?
Is it Wittellus is the name?
Wittellus, right. Oh, before we get into that, Huntington Hen just said, hey, can you put your cam on the beach so we can look at the waves?
Yeah, that's
my
what he wants
cam
to
only
watch.
reaches 3 feet. I'm 3 houses from the beach. If I had a long enough cord, I would do it, Hen. Maybe I can... if my internet works all the way to the beach, maybe I'll do it from there. I mean, I have no problem doing it. I just don't know how to get the webcam out there.
Hey,
but I was showing the boardwalk goes right in front of me. Not the boardwalk, but the bicycle path. Okay, so here's your segments. He goes, and he wants to do it once a week. It's called How Dumb is Todd Whittles by the Mad Texter. So let's go one by one here. He is so dumb that when a cute girl says hi back to him, he thinks that is getting all the way to third base. No reaction. Okay. He is so dumb that to calculate his IQ, you must multiply a negative times a negative to get a positive.
You know, I think he got this from some book he bought in 1975, but go ahead.
Right. Okay, let's get another one on here. He gave me all these, so this will be your one time a week. Why is Todd Whittles so dumb? By the Mad Texter, daily for a week or 2. Okay, he's just suggesting this again. Let's see what we got.
But these aren't even about me. They're just like generic insults that he picked up out of a book or something. They're really lame. I mean,
he is so dumb. Hold on. He is so dumb that he thinks if you crossbreed a black one with a white one, you get a Vietnamese. All right.
Okay.
Okay. He is.
I was going to say we have Sam from Rancho Cucamonga on the line also.
All right, let's go
He's
to
joining
Sam
us.
from Rancho
Well,
Cucamonga.
yeah, we're all here. Sam, hey.
Sam.
Hey, Hey, Poorman, what's up?
You win a prize, my friend.
I did? Oh, I'm so amazed. This is my lucky day. You know, hey, Poorman, I got called for jury duty, but I called in last night, and I didn't have to go, and I picked up a subbing job, so I made $150 by getting out of jury duty.
Woo-hoo!
And now,
Nice. And you win a wallet from WaveToolsSurf.com.
That is totally righteous. I always wanted a wallet from Wave Tools.
Yep. In fact, if you're watching on the cam right now, Todd, have you seen this? This is actually a cool-looking wallet. Am I right or wrong? You could be honest.
I didn't want to look because that's supposed to be my wallet. You said the first caller, no matter where they're from, should get it. But that's okay. I don't really need a wallet right now, so you can give it to Sam. But
yeah,
this was
you're
supposed to be
rich.
my
You're
wallet.
in the World Series of Poker. You see that right there? That's it's got Wave Tools on the front of your wallet. I actually never carried a wallet until now. And on the inside, a nice American flag because it's made in America, made in the USA.
Yeah.
Well, I'm digging the wallet, man. That's great, man, and Di and everybody. I love it.
Yeah. So
I love this guy's
How did you find out
enthusiasm.
about the show?
How did I find out about the show? Well, I saw you on Facebook. I knew you from a long time ago, but I saw it on Facebook.
Is this Sam Stavros, our new sponsor?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sam,
okay.
I like your music. I think it's really good.
I do too.
Well, thank you very much. I so much appreciate that remark. Especially
Do you want
guys...
Todd's honest assessment? You know, he won't mince words.
Okay, yeah.
No, actually, I can't give one. I haven't really listened, so I have no opinion either way on that one, at least not yet.
Okay, well, thanks.
Fair.
Well, go. Where can they find your music to listen to it or buy it?
Well, you can buy it at iTunes or Amazon.com, and it's just Stavros. I'm on YouTube at Stavros Music. And then we have the Rosie Lynn, of course, marketing website. And Poorman, have you seen it?
No, I've got to check it out, too. I've listened to a couple of the songs, but not there.
Yeah, rosielynn.com. You got to go to that, and you'll see the best agent on Earth.
Awesome. Awesome. So, well, you know what? It's almost sort of like a reggae ska-ish, isn't it?
Exactly. Where the rock and ska and reggae sound.
Yeah.
Okay, now... I'm looking down my list here because I had a whole bunch of things I wanted to talk about today. We mentioned about sensitivity, and in the previous, I said we were going to come back, and Di was going to tell you. Okay, I mentioned a few weeks ago about getting a bunch of homeless people off the street every Thursday and having them be the guests on the show.
Yeah,
I love that idea.
Yeah, but that's been, axed, so we can't do that anyways. But
why has it been axed?
How does that get axed?
Well, I don't know. I thought you were already spoken to about that. Well, what happened? Should I just tell the story?
Yeah, be honest about it.
Okay.
Of course.
Well, no.
Or if it'll get you in trouble, lie.
No, it's not going to get me in trouble. It's just that and then there was the homeless gal who did wander in here that one day, and I told you I was a little frightened. I'm not. I was a little bit frightened.
Yeah, it was when a UPS man was delivering a package. Some homeless woman came in, and then the UPS guy left, and it was just you and the homeless woman.
And I couldn't get. Well, no, there was another guy who wandered in, but he needed to talk to Mark or someone, and I'm like, well, he's not here. Blah 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 blah. And he says, well, and I'm like looking over at this woman, and I'm giving him a look, and I'm kind of pointing like, is she with you? And he nodded his head, no. And so I'm like,
is the studio wide open? Like, how can they
well,
do this?
no,
when I came to Kcaa a few years ago, it was like getting into Fort Knox.
Okay,
it was
because
very difficult
Todd,
to get in there.
Because Todd, what had happened is people don't realize and UPS is
for people who don't know, they're in a mall.
Right.
That is I call it the Dawn of the Dead Mall in San Bernardino. It's a giant mall that because of the economy crashing. There's like everything is deserted in this mall. There used to be a Sears there. There used to be a what are some of the other giant retail firms?
I think Monkey Ward's was here at one time. I'm not sure.
Right,
I should
there was
know.
a Macy's,
yeah.
but everything is closed down except for the radio station, a Chinese restaurant next door, and a shoemaker, I think.
Yeah, and there is a charter school here.
Right, and there's an unemployment office also.
Okay. So anyway, what it is, Todd, is they have the glass. There's the glass, and people will come and they will tap on the glass, and they will just they can look at you on the mic sometimes, and that doesn't stop them. But this was right at the end of the Poor Man's show, so I was wrapping things up. I had to run around the corner to stop recording. I had to move the Skype feed to the other monitor, and I had to do news coming up.
Did she attack you, this
woman? No. She was just mentally not all together. Let's just say that.
What was she doing?
Well, she was just kind of sitting there, and I said,
"Where?"
There's the chairs when you go in the front.
Oh, in the studio.
Well, right outside the studio, and I said, "Can I help you?" And she had her head down, and so I kind of cocked my head down as I'm showing you right now, and she didn't say anything. I said, can I help you? Excuse me, ma'am, excuse me. And I'm looking at this guy who came in. What had happened is, since I was doing all that, UPS, they're busy too, right? So I said, okay, you're going to have to come in here, drop off the packages, and bring that to me, and I'll sign it. But you have to come to me. So he dropped off the packages. He came into the actual studio. I signed it. He was on his way. And then when I came out, there were these two.
She was still there.
There were and a guy who was not homeless, but just wanted to talk to somebody at the station, not me, but someone else. And so I tried to get her find out what she wanted, and she says, "Is this a radio station?" And I said, "Yes." And she goes, "Oh, well, you probably know my daughter. She died 14 days ago."
Oh, no.
And I was, so then I'm thinking, well, maybe she's just really, really distressed. And I said, "Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that."
So get to the point. What did you do, kick her out?
She wouldn't leave. I was telling that she asked where McDonald's was and how to get to it, and I was trying to tell her.
So how did you finally get her out of there?
I said, "I think this man would love to take you, to point you in the right direction of the McDonald's." And I was nodding my head.
Who was the
yes,
man?
Just some stranger who would also come in, and he did me that favor, and he took her out. So it's like,
wow.
Woo!
So that's why you can't have homeless people in there. Now, what about? What did you say that offended somebody?
Well, before that had actually happened, we were going to do the homeless show, but I thought, well, I can't leave during my shift because I'm responsible for everything that.
So you met some woman, and what did you
on
actually
Facebook,
say?
A friend of Mark's, I had said, hey, she wanted to actually go to the encampment with me, and so her friend requested me, and I said, hey, how about this? And I explained the situation. I can't leave the studio, but we're talking about doing a homeless show on every Thursday on the Poor Man Show, blah, blah, blah. And I said, can you round up, would you be willing to, and would you feel safe rounding up 2 to 3 homeless people and bringing them into the studio? And then what we'll do is we'll feed them and we'll talk to them. And, you could stay here too. And she says, no, thanks. Sounds like exploitation to me. You don't round up people. You round up cattle. And I was like, oh, goodbye.
So she got twisted because you said the word roundup.
Rounded, yes.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody earlier today, another new sponsor we're going to have, and Michael Brown, an attorney, and he was telling me that you have to be so careful today, like with women. Even if you're married to somebody, you got to make sure you ask permission to have sex with them, or it could be rape of your own wife.
That is so ridiculous.
But it's probably true.
Well, in some instances, in some rare instances. But, I mean, it's just like everything else. I don't know. I get really frustrated.
Everything is so politically incorrect. If you make anything offhand about any group, it's not just racial. It can be anybody except white people. You can get away with doing anything you want with white people, I think.
Pretty much.
Unless they're gay.
Oh, yeah. Correct.
Right?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Okay. All right. So let's take a break here. Rocky said there is one woman listening today, Michelle Victory.
Thank you, Michelle.
There's at least one girl listening, although I do fit the age demographic. She's 35 to 65. So we have one woman, and the rest are dudes. And thanks, Todd, and thank you for being a sponsor, Sam. And we will continue here with one more segment. Or 2 more segments.
Too many men are wimps.
Linda grows Loves men. Bet that got your attention. Linda is a men's advocate who has helped many men get their balls back. And she can help you. Her proven coaching techniques will skyrocket your confidence and boost you into action in 4 sessions or less. Stop being stupid with girls, in business, or dump a lifelong problem. Go to themensadvocate.com or email Linda info@themensadvocate.com. Mention the Poor Man Show and get 15 minutes free. Also, pick up Linda's book, Mastering Women, on Amazon. Get the straight talk from the woman who knows. Have you ever wanted to bring the beauty of the ocean right into your home or office? Or already have an aquarium and just no time to clean it? Let Scuba Steve's Fish take care of that for you, specializing in new aquarium setups and maintenance. That's ScubaStevesFish.net, 714-600-2739. Check out the website at ScubaStevesFish.net. That's ScubaStevesFish.net. Get it? Fish.net? Serving Orange County and parts of the Inland Empire. There's nothing worse than a dirty aquarium. ScubaStevesFish.net.
I'm Scott Schwartz, and with me, my clients always come first. If you've been injured on the job, I can help. The Schwartz family has been representing injured workers throughout the state of California for more than 50 years. We do it with integrity, and that has earned us an excellent reputation among peers, adversaries, and our clients. Call me at 800-550-1836 for a free consultation. The insurance company doesn't have your best interest in mind. I do, and you don't pay unless we win. Call now so we can get started on your workers' comp claim. 800-550-1836. You don't pay unless we win.
So you got your taxes done and filed on time, or maybe not. Now is not the time to panic, though. I've got the solution, and they're right here in the Southland. Wynn Coop & Associates been in the business of serving OC and IE accounting and bookkeeping needs for more than 30 years. Whether you're a small or large business or an individual who needs info and help with trust management, accounting, and tax returns, Wynn Coop & Associates can help. Oh, and the initial evaluation is free. Call 949-851-1632. That's 949-851-1632. Or go to WynCoopCPA.com. That's WYNKOOP CPA.com. The bumper music you're listening to right now is provided by the 4019s. Go to their website, the4019s.com.
Hello. We are broadcasting from my porch in Newport Beach, California. 42nd Street, 3 houses from the sand. You could actually, if you're watching on Ustream, you can see a bunch of guys on bicycles cruising right down the street. And anyway, they're probably people.
How come
are
you don't
at
say
me,
hi to the guys?
Huh?
How come you don't say hi to the guys?
I don't know. I just because he's like 12 years old. They'll probably me saying hi will be the mom will be sensitive,
That's
thinking
true.
I'm like some child molester.
Yeah.
Because I certainly look like it. Yeah, well, now, if you were a 12-year-old, 14-year-old guy walking around and you go, hi, what do you think?
Well, that's true.
You think that would look good?
Yeah, but you know,
without a shirt on. Okay, we'll try this guy. Hi. Oh, he said hi.
See? That's cool. All right.
All right, so a couple guys on bikes went by.
So he didn't think you were a Merv?
Huh?
He didn't think you were a Merv?
Ooh, Merv. Do you like my Merv Griffin story about how he hit on me?
I do. I love it. I absolutely love it.
You like the fact that, hold on here just a sec. I've got a couple things else I wanted to talk about because we got to do one more. Look at that guy. He has a nice car, nice Beamer went by here. This is actually a rich neighborhood. And so one of the things I'm grappling with is I have a rent to pay in New York and I have a rent to pay here. The rent here is half as much as there.
Wow.
But then if I move back to California full time, I don't know if maybe I'll flip out or something, which I do anyway, right?
I don't think it matters which coast you live on. It doesn't matter.
Right. Oh, Carl from the Nickel Shopper said that I should have hammered Todd on the air. By the way, the Nickel Shopper, Carl, if you're listening, I will write the poor man's perspective as soon as this show is over with.
And we have
I do a little column in the Nickel Shopper. It's a high desert rag where you can get all kinds of deals. Anyway, I do that once a week, our little poor man perspective. And thanks for the Nickel Shopper for being a good sponsor.
And Friday, free Friday.
Oh, and Friday, yes. This is when we will definitely need you to call in. We're going to do a version of Let's Make a Deal, if you remember that show, where we're going to have prizes behind door number 1, door number 2, and door number 3. And it will be called Let's Make a Nickel Shopper Deal. Somebody's calling me right now that probably doesn't know I'm on the air. I think I'm going to answer this on my cell phone.
Okay. All right.
Hello? Hello? Oh, they hung up.
All right.
That's gutless.
Should we take a break and then come right back? Because it is getting kind of close.
Yeah, well, I wanted to just say something redeeming before we do.
All right.
Do you see how I never told you I got injured yesterday, did I?
No. What
you
happened?
See my hand there and my arm? It was worse yesterday.
What'd you do?
I'll tell you when we get back.
All right. All right. Stay
really
tuned.
badly injured, actually.
Wow.
And it was really stupid.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
All legal cases are different. Hiring the right lawyer can make all the difference in the outcome of your case. Whether it's a DUI, divorce, or family law, the law firm of Hanson, Gorey & Bradford & Hanich has the solution. From misdemeanor to felony offenses, Hanson, Gorey & Bradford & Hanich have more than 50 years of collective legal experience to win for you. Call right now to schedule a free no-obligation case consultation today. 951-687-6003, 951-687-6003, or see for yourself at hgblawyers.com. Do it now. Enjoy and sell the world's most perfect coffee. Javita invites you to sit down and enjoy a cup of their coffee with your family, friends, coworkers, and business contacts, and then share the Javita opportunity. Help spread the word about coffee that boosts your metabolism to speed up the body's fat-burning processes while helping you to maintain better focus. It's delicious and could earn you a steady income at the same time. Javita offers you a chance to make social marketing work for you. You'll be paid to drink and share coffee. How great is that? Call 626-975-0944. That's 626-975-0944. Or go to javita.com/coffee, the number 4, life 315. Javita Coffee. Hey everybody, Pat Matthews here. When I'm not doing the production of the new Poorman show here on Kcaa 1050 AM, I'm programming my internet radio station, Beatles-orama. It's been my pleasure to keep the spirit of the Beatles alive for the past 13 plus years, hosting my morning show Monday through Friday and running the greatest tribute station on the web. So, if you've never heard us, go to Beatlesorama.com and click on the Player Start button. And if you're already a listener, all of us here at Beatlesorama, thank you. Tired of spending too much money on an ad and then trying to find your ad in the newspaper, buried among hundreds, even thousands of other ads? Isn't it time you got a great deal when you were trying to sell that car, that dining room set, that refrigerator, or offering your handyman services? Now you can in the Nickel Shopper. For as little as $7.50 per week, your ad can be seen by thousands of eyeballs in the high desert, and they're getting the Nickel Shopper for free. Call today to place your ad in the Nickel Shopper, 760-646-3654, or go to thenickelshopper.com for all the details, 760-646-3654. The Nickel Shopper. Coming soon to the IE. The bumper music you're listening to is brought to you by Stavros. Go to their website, rosielyn.com. That's ROSIELYNN.com.
Okay, we don't have much time left. I guess we do have about 3 minutes. So I'm going to tell you guys first a little secret about my partner here on this show, Di, who is, if you've never heard the show before, I'm going to give you a little radio drama. Why? Because the way I look at it, if I get fired from here, it'll be actually a favor. I can like go back to my normal unemployed life. Anyway, Friday we had a show that was completely out of control. Even though it got more listeners probably than any other show, because people like it when there's disasters. Anyway, everything went wrong. I ended up walking off the show with 15 minutes to go because everything screwed up. So the program director of the show, at the insistence of my producer, Pat, said that Di, my partner here on the show, who I was really mad at, she was mad at me after Friday.
Yeah, we were both mad, but it's like any partnership,
but
right?
I didn't say this. The word it was what? You want to tell it, or I'll tell it if you don't tell it?
No, you go ahead, tell it. I've talked enough. I've probably talked too much. I'm going to get in trouble.
The word was that Di shouldn't talk anymore on the program. I'm telling the truth, right?
And I'm doing a really good job of trying not to.
And you've talked more today than you ever have. Am I right or wrong?
I'm probably going to get fired.
No, because I think it's ridiculous. I mean, who am I going to talk to? Like the kid that just rode by on the bicycle?
Maybe.
There'd be nobody to talk to.
Yeah.
So anyway, she's not supposed to talk, and I said, yeah, you're going to talk. So maybe she'll be fired, maybe I will, but I have a feeling we'll be all right. The other thing is I got injured yesterday. I'll tell this really quick.
Yeah, because
I had to go to my dentist, My cell phone, which I'm holding up right now, it went off. The alarm goes off. It was on the pillow. I get up. I'm in a deep sleep. It slides off the pillow and goes like on a ski slope down the side of the bed and underneath the bed. So I'm on the side of my bed, 3 or 4 feet up off the ground with a hard floor, trying to reach underneath to grab the cell phone. Long story short, I end up sliding headfirst off the bed, bang my head on the floor, and totally like slice my hand, my arm, and my elbow, and injure my foot.
Ouch.
So that all happened yesterday, and an hour later, I had to go to the dentist bloody.
Okay.
And with that,
say
we're going to
goodbye,
say goodbye
Poorman.
with a plane going by.
Bye-bye. Catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks for listening.
Quit talking.
You're on board KCAA's Inland Talk Express. KCAA, Loma Linda, 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind.